Hello, my friends. We meet again. It's time for a pop-up. This is where we go over the news pretty much daily in a short video to just go over a couple of items. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we go more in depth at our psychic hangout, Psychic News Network, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. If you are new and you ever want to join us live, we have a lot of fun, which is really necessary during these times. We need upliftment. A couple of things I want to go over. So today I became aware that the Naval Academy Library, and this is compliments of Midas Touch, Navy plot, governor candidate in New Jersey, Mickey Sherrill, punches back at Trump. It's a Midas Touch vid. I did not know this. I knew they were banning books from the Academy Library. They've banned Maya Angelou's book, or all of her books, so likely, and also anything about the Holocaust. And what's allowed, I know, hold on to your hat, is Kampf. So I have said repeatedly that we're not doing Nazi Germany in the year 2025. And why anybody would be a Holocaust denier, I will never be able to comprehend that. I want to look at that. I want to look at if that's going to get turned around, which would be something that happens with a new administration. So I'm going to take a look at that. And also, I want to also take a peek at what's going on with Elon Musk. I mean, you could say it doesn't take a psychic to surmise that he's under psychological stress. I think it goes deeper than that. And we're going to look. So, first off, in these videos, I strive to make them short. Yesterday's was a little bit longer. But thank you for joining me for Off the Ledge Daily, and for your kind comments. And thank you to those of you who have booked readings with me over the past few days. I appreciate it. I rely on business from all of you, mostly, to keep going. And thank you for your donations. Much appreciated. And just know that during these times that we're in, I'm coming on more often for a number of reasons. One is financial, and the other is that the more important reason is that we've got to keep a collective, strong energy where we won't back down. We really have to be the resistance. The sign behind me says, I accept the reality of this situation, but not its permanence. That's compliments of a teacher that's now on the other side, spiritual teacher, Tony Stone. I liked it. I think it's a good sentiment right now. All right, so 3 cards about the Navy Academy Library situation. Highly, highly disturbing, but we're not doing fascism. We're not doing Nazism again as a human civilization. We're not. We're just not. Even when we see little, hints of it, it's like if you stomp out the embers before they can go too far, then you stop the fire from just being overtaking everything. I see the death card. That means an end to this, a disruption and an end to this. We the people will not stand for this. So what I'm asking about is this book banning books that are full of light and truth at the Naval Academy Library. This is what I'm getting about that. Death, there's a big disruption here, and it comes to an end. And the Two of Cups is because we agree as a society that this will not stand. And I don't know about you guys, but I really appreciate Midas Touch for being the news now. They really are doing a great job, as much as we have been angry that they haven't brought up the election interference. But Jessica Denson's doing a great job with that. We all have to play our little parts, right? But the Two of Cups indicates that some kind of agreement is reached, that this needs to be stopped. Let's ask this. Will it be in the near future? Yes. Okay, so the other thing that I saw is that Dumpy was wandering around the White House lawn this morning, just like a dementia patient might. And when they asked him, sir, he always says they call him sir. When they asked him what he was doing, he was wandering around. You might have seen this video on Midas Touch. And he was, all of a sudden he had this bright idea. We need 100-foot flagpoles on either side of the White House. Let's ask this. Does he have dementia? Yeah. That's a strong yes. So I'm going to actually pull 3 cards about the cover-up. This is being covered up. And what's going to happen with the people that are covering it up? What's going to happen with the situation of the illegitimate POTUS having dementia and ruining our country and ruining really the world, right? I'm trying to keep my anger level down. It's going to get very challenging for this country if this continues. So what I'm asking about is, what about the people that are hiding this, that are covering this up? It's going to get much more difficult to cover it up. And they're actually making a plan. You know, the dark side is making a plan to deal with when he's acting like he has dementia, and they're trying to cover it up, how they will go about doing that. I don't think they're planning to divulge to the American people that the criminal that's inhabiting the White House and has stolen the position of president has dementia. I don't think that they're planning to tell us. We can just see it. And the Knight of Swords indicates legal action taken. So as this administration starts losing and losing and losing in court, the legal battles start to take their toll on this situation. And as more and more of these criminals get cited for being criminals for certain things that they're doing, it's kind of like that kind of overshadows that Dumpy has dementia. It's all like kind of happening all at once is what I see. Okay. Now I'm going to ask about Mr. Musk, who went from being all in the forefront, all in the news for this whole Doge thing, which I've heard different acronyms. I'll come up with a good one by tonight. I haven't given it a lot of thought, but this Doge thing, which was all about government efficiencies. I just made this shit up, right? Government efficiency. And so what he actually was doing was robbing our country blind. And now Tesla has sunk so low that he's feeling pretty solo. And I think that he is having, I pick up that Musk is having a psychological mental breakdown, which is why I wanted to read on it. So, using the nefarious cards maybe for the whole video, let's see what's going on with him. He's so unstable. There was a video going around about a few days ago, maybe last week. I didn't show it because it was so disturbing. You may have seen it, of Elon walking and making this really strange body movements, like he was kind of a monster. It was really scary. So he's not well. He's psychologically very unstable. What we're gonna see for him is he's quickly gonna get out of the spotlight in the United States. The Chariot indicates fast action, Six of Wands, and Ace of Pentacles. We will hear news that he's no longer part of the illegitimate administration. Let's ask this. Let's use this pendulum. Is he having a mental breakdown? Yes, it's very clear. He's having a mental breakdown. I'm going to use this pendulum because you can see it better. Is he in danger psychologically? I have a yes. I'm just going to kind of leave that there, because it's none of my business how bad it is, but I'll just say it feels pretty bad. So before we go, let's ask one more question, and I'll use a different deck. How's our democracy doing today? And when I say that, I want to just say, how's the resistance or the revolution going? Where are we at with that, with the revolting, with the rising up of we the people? We have to stay engaged. 100%. We have to stay engaged. Do not take your eye off the ball. That's why I'm doing these videos every day. How our democracy is doing is the Ace of Wands. The communication is getting very strong. We're taking control. This is a male. This is the King of Pentacles, a male with a strong message. And the Three of Jars. Our democracy is getting a stronger grip, a stronger hold on what we need to do. I wouldn't get cards like this if we were failing. So, keep your thoughts positive. If you start going down that road of fear, or this thing that happens by design, where you get punched in the gut, in the heart, from the bad news, like when I heard that the Naval Academy Library has banned Maya Angelou but has Kampf. Yeah, that feels like a punch to the gut. But we have got to stay on it. We've got to pay attention. So when something like that happens, for instance, using that as an example, it's my job to reel myself in and to envision this Nazism losing power fast and furiously and fast. So that's what I have for you now. I hope you plan to join us tonight at 7 Eastern Time. If you can join us live, that would be wonderful. To book a session, go to psychicannetteDion.com, and I'm offering a $100 discount. If you'd like to sign up for spiritual life coaching, send me an email, AnnetteDion7@gmail.com. Over and out for now. See you soon. Namaste.